Want some whiskey in your water, sugar in your tea? What's all this crazy question you're asking me? This is the craziest party that could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, cause I don't want to see. Mama told me not to come. Oh Lord, Mama told me not to come. She said, that ain't the way I want.
This is your final destination.
I said take me to unit.
Go straight on.
I don't think so. I'll find my own way, thanks.
This is your final destination. This is your final destination. This is your final destination. This is your final destination.
Hi everyone, welcome to the channel where we discuss the principles of our mind and how they govern our lives, because they're principle and they do. So today is a question and more of a request. How do I handle the effect of others in 3D, what Neville Goddard would call it, everyone is you pushed out, and what the law of attraction is, like thoughts, beliefs attract like circumstances, conditions, events, and people into your life. In the past, it was called the Great Law of Hospitality. And if you're a drug addict, then you're going to, for lack of a better term, attract, but that is really the best term at this point in time. So, you're going to attract, you're a magnet, other addicts, drugs, people who are stealing to support the addiction. It gets worse and worse and worse. Understand that it's all God, and it's great to have a drink now and again. Moderation. It's okay. You don't have to totally cut it out of your life, and you certainly don't have to make it all of your life. It's in the middle, and we all know this, okay? But when you start getting into the spiritual side of things, you're starting to understand that it's all, energy that you're manipulating at this point, and you're manipulating at its deepest levels, okay? Because you are the consciousness that tells the photons which way to go. You're the one who decides if the cat's going to be alive or dead when Schrodinger's box is opened up. It's just how it is. And this is, what most people don't understand. And it requires understanding, a comprehension, a realization about what is going on and what is, truth. And the truth is, your truth is the only truth. Okay, you change how you think, therefore what you imagine. Now, most people don't seem to understand the word imagination. Okay, it's a state of being. Shun, T-I-O-N, that's a state of being. That's what that means. That's what that suffix means. Okay, so a state of being, imagine. You're in a state of being, imagine. You're imagining. That's what you're doing. You're in a state of being. All right. And the idea is you break out of that. No, I'm not going to imagine all the time. Okay. I know this is all imagination. So it's going to obey me. I will imagine and drop. I'm not going to be in imagination. Okay, I'm going to imagine and drop. I'm going to claim and drop. I'm going to state and drop, because I understand this all comes from the essence. And I and manipulating the essence into these forms. And the words that I speak do this. Okay, and this is just a body, an astronaut suit. And that's what the clips at the beginning and the end of this video are about. It's the Sontaran Stratagem Doctor Who. It's the 4th season of the reboot. And it's a 2-part show. The Sontaran Stratagem is the first part. And the Poison Sky is the second part. And in Hindu, in Sanskrit, it's called an atmos. That's what we are, a soul. Okay, and atmosphere is all the souls create this reality. Okay, an atmosphere. All right, this is the atmosphere. And that word has been used in many ways, as everyone knows. Man, the atmosphere in here is stuffy. Man, the atmosphere in here is dark, whatever. And we know what that means instinctively, but we don't think about it. Okay, we don't. We create that atmosphere, and it literally manifests as our atmosphere. Okay. So together we are the atmosphere, and we don't think about it until somebody sticks it in your face and wants you to rip it apart, and that's this carbon elimination. You need the carbon. The plant life needs the carbon. And without them, there's no oxygen. We breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide. They breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. It's a symbiotic relationship. It's that way with everything in nature and you. Field of vision is limited. So your point of view is the only point of view that matters. And a lot of people have a hard time with that, but they prove it when they argue with you about it. But that's your point of view, isn't it? So subjective, right? It's all subjective. Okay, it's all subjective. How you take the information and use it is subjective. Information, the state of being in form. You're making a form. Do you want to make that form? The response is to go think about it. You don't allow anyone to push you into making a response. And you go think about it. And for some people with big hearts, I'm one of them. Okay. Forgiveness has really done wonders for me. It's forgiven, it's forgotten. Okay, not thinking about that anymore. It's great. It's great. Now, other people love revision. I use both. And one of my patrons has rightly pointed out that, when something comes into your consciousness that you just know, and you're walking in the mind of God, I don't think so. It is, you can rebuke it, you can revise it, you can forgive it. These are different ways that you attack that. And what you're attacking is humanity's ego. It's not you necessarily. You didn't think these things. You didn't imagine these things. You had no idea this kind of crap is going on. Here it comes, bubbling up, bubbling up, bubbling up. And where did that come from? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. And they do that at Harvard? What? All these things. And that's because it's just how it is. As people are forgiven, these things bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, and they start coming into everybody's consciousness. And all people who, believe in God are to reject it. And it's really is like that scene in Indiana Jones. When they open the Ark of the Covenant, it close your eyes, Miriam, close your eyes, and you trust in God. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's all going to be all right. That's the point. This will pass over. We shall overcome. Okay? I'm not listening to you. For example, a lot of people are upset, don't know how to deal with inflationary times. Well, there's certain things you can do and you should do. And that's stop buying the packaged stuff, the packaged lettuce, the packaged, we've measured it all out for you. Here you go. You can get a cookbook. They're not much, and go to the store and buy those things yourself and make twice as much for half the price. This is not rocket science. All right. And people want to complain about certain things. No. You just don't get it. For example, vanilla. Oh, you have to have real vanilla. That's great. Go make your own real vanilla if that's really what you want. And granted, nothing's going to taste better than your own homemade vanilla because you put your love and care and attention into it. But you still have to put your love, care, and attention into the vanilla that you buy at the store, whether they say it's pure or not, because it's packaged. Somebody's touched it. Somebody's, maybe they're having a bad day. There's no telling. Okay. So you have to put your love into it. And imitation vanilla, structurally, chemically, is exactly the same as pure vanilla. And since you got to put your love into it anyway, what's the difference? So it's really about, picking whatever resonates with you. Revision, forgiveness. You don't let these things affect you. No, I don't think so. You can reject it, you can rebuke it, you can deny it, but you put it on the Lord. Let the Lord rebuke you. Oh, God forbid. I don't think so. Let the Lord take that away. I don't think so. And let the Lord deny that. God forbid is really good. I love it. Straight to the point. And it works so great. So it's understanding that when you see something that is against what you believe in your heart, and you revise it, you forgive it, or you rebuke it, you're taking that out of you, the human, and you are one human inside a plethora of humans, humanity. And if it comes out of you, it comes out of them. Okay, one for all and all for one. So you only worry about you. Okay, you don't worry about them. That's bowing to another God, and you just don't. Okay, or you create the poison atmosphere, the poison sky, because they're running around like three blind mice. Okay. And frankly, we don't want to see how they run. So I hope this helps. It's my 2 cents. How I do it. And I tend to lean on forgiveness. I do revision. I do God forbid. I do a mixture of these things, but I found that was just my natural way of handling it. There were certain things that got rebuked, in my life. So governments, for example, or CEOs, anything with business, that's a rebuke for me. All right. Now, personal interactions within there, that's a forgiveness, and revision. That's where I tend to go with that. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
You're going to ignite them. You'll kill yourself. Just send that thing up on its own. I don't know. Put it on a delay.
I can't.
Why not?
I've got to give them a choice. up the window, let some air into this room. I think I'm almost choking from the smell of stale perfume. And that cigarette you're smoking about to scare me half to death. Open up the window, sucker, let me catch my breath. Mama told me not to go. Oh Lord, Mama told me not to go. She say, that ain't the way I fun, son. That ain't the way I fun, son. The radio is blasting, someone's knocking on the door. I'm looking at my girlfriend, she's passed out on the floor. I've seen so many